Proof razor. This is the brass one. So this, to me, if you're wanting to make the switch from any type of disposable cartridge razor, Gillette, Schick, Bic, Harry's, Henry's, it doesn't matter. This is a great option for you. The same kind of technique. It has a spring in it, right? It's going to follow the contours of your face. It has a lot of weight to it because it's made out of brass. So it's a great way to make the switch. I'm going to be using Cella's shaving gel. I had a lot of people quite frequently or recently ask me, what's a good gel to use? Pre-shave gel. Well, this to me is the best one I've found. Now, I just use a little tiny bit. You can barely see it. I put it in my hands and then put it where I'm going to shave. Since I'm using Cella, I'm going to go in with their shaving soap as well. This is a hard soap. It's not a soft. And I'm going to be going in with a timeless adjustable shaving brush, which I think is the most unique thing ever invented for shaving brushes. So just going in here and grabbing some soap here. Real simple. I'm just going to start putting this on. And I'm going to go in a back and forth motion to load this on my face, right? Now, after you get it everywhere you're going to shave, you got good coverage. You might have to go back in your soap and grab more. I obviously grabbed enough this time. So then stick the tips in about 1/8 of an inch into the water. Give it a little shake. Put it on your face and break the backbone. You can see how good this Cella is. The combination between the gel and the shaving soap. Okay. Got a little too much water on there. It's a little too runny. But I'll work some of that out. All right. Once I get it a good base on my face like this, I stop. Now I go in and load whatever razor I'm going to use. And today I'm going to be using the Proof Reserve. It has magnets up top that grab it. It has 2 different places where it hooks in here on the top cap, which this is just, in my mind, an ingenious design. Now it does come with comfort coats. They already split them in half for you, so I'm just going to use what came in this. So again, they're comfort coats. And people always ask, do comfort coats have any writing on them? No, they do not. Nor do they have any goo. To load this, I always like, in any razor, single edge razor I use, I always like the tabs pointing down where I'm loading them. Now this, the way this seats in, as you can easily see here, it seats in almost automatically. And then the top cap, you're going to see, just snaps right in. It's in. Check for blade reveal. Looks great, looks centered, ready to go here. Now, before I start shaving, I like to go back in and work this up just a little bit more. But as you can see, if we look at the ticker, which I cut a lot of my videos out, I've probably, what's my camera say? My camera says I've been shooting for 4.5 minutes, almost 5 minutes. So that's basically about how long this has been on my face. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that letting any shaving cream sit on your face for 3 to 4 minutes is very, very beneficial. And again, for me, I always take a shower before I shave just because it helps soften up my hairs and it makes it easier to cut. Plain and simple. All right, now that this is loaded, I'm just going to go down in here in some lukewarm water, and I'm going to go in for the first pass. A lot of growth here. I have 4 days. You can hear this razor is very loud. And just one blade, it clears an awful bit. I like the pivoting head for, again, for people that are trying to make the switch and are afraid to use a safety razor. Hey, I get it. This is a great option. And, you know, they make less expensive ones. You know, they come in a case like this, and they're made out of aluminum. And you know what? We'll give one of these away. Stick around till the end, and I'll show you how you can win this razor. I'm going to go with the grain on my lower neck. I got to say, when this is sitting on my counter and it does have a blade in it, I do use it. Because in the summer, I don't have, you know, a beard, and my goatee, I don't always have to detail it in every day. It's a little harder to detail in the top, but we'll get to that here in a second. So good, man. I'm used to making more than just one pass on my face. No problems. This is the first time I've used a comfort coat in it, and I gotta say the shave with the AccuForge blade, it was a little better. Yeah, a little more difficult to detail. But it can be done. And just take your time. I mean, if you're rushing through your shave and you keep getting bad shaves, it's probably because you're rushing through your shaves. Let's just be honest here. Who we kidding? Take your time. I'm going to give this a rinse. Notice some people don't rinse after every pass. I do. I think that's important as well. Get all that dead skin off your hair, all that hair that you just removed, and get this first layer off your face. Now, if you're using a cheap soap or something, okay, then I kind of get it. You know, because that way you don't have to keep building this up on your face. I shouldn't say a cheap soap. If you're using a terrible soap, not a slick soap. Got that pretty good. All right, I could sit here and just lather this up for days, but I'm just going to cheat here, steal some of this from down here. All right, we're going to call that good. Now I'm going to go in for my second pass. So I'm going to go across the grain on my cheeks. My hair from my chin to my ears grow this way, right? Out. So I'm going to go against it this way. And then from my Adam's apple down, my hair grows up. So I'm going to shave down. This is called a 2-pass variation shave that I've been doing for about 3 years now. So it works out great for me. If you have a sensitive neck, you might not be able to go across the grain, whatever that might be for you, the way your hair grows on your face, because on our necks, a lot of guys' hair grows all different ways. So just map out your face, especially on your neck area if you're sensitive there, or any areas you're having on your face. Trust me, it'll help you out big time. All right, going across the grain here. This is where this razor shines. Okay. So going in with an alum block now, I like alum blocks with a case. I'll put all these links below. But your face is wet. Just go over your face. This helps relieve razor burn if you got it. I don't feel any tingling, and that's what you're going to feel. You're going to feel a big burn if it's, if you cut yourself. But I don't feel anything there. So, flawless shave, I can say that. That's why I like that razor so much, because it's so easy to get a good shave. With that alum, I like to rinse it off my face. If you don't, you're going to get like a chalky residue, and I don't want a chalky residue. All right, pat that off. Now I'm going to go in with the #1 product, Thayer's. I don't care what you shave with. This stuff right here is a game changer for men and women alike. If you're married, ask your wife about Thayer's. She's probably already used it or even has it. All right, got that on. Stuff goes on super wet. I absolutely love it. So my all-time favorite, inexpensive, everyday is Nivea for sensitive skin. This shaving balm here, it's just a lotion. Don't let the balm, it's just lighter than like a lotion. Okay? Put some of that on. And when you put this on top of the Thayer's, it just melts right into your face. So you don't need a ton of it, which is really nice. All right, what do I think about this razor? Well, for me, I just went over it. I think it's a winner. Now the brass one does cost, a little bit. The brass one is a little bit pricey over, but again, you can get this aluminum one, I think, for 69 or 70 bucks. Great option for people wanting to make the switch. And to enter into this contest, enter in OhioShaves proof razors, and you'll be entered to win. I'll see you guys next Sunday at 11 a.m. Have a great week.